Welcome back, love bugs. You already know. You already know. Like Big Frida said, you already know what time it is, honey. It is Fatima, season 1, episode 8, about last night. Because we about to get into what happened last night, okay? And remember how it ended. Deja was having her hand out, introducing herself to, why am I getting called a girl Zatima? Girl, Fatima, okay? And Fatima and Deja kind of get into it, trying to figure out like who Deja is. Of course, she recognizes Deja because Deja was on the phone, the picture that she had the night before, right? So she shows her and she's like, "Oh, this is you." And Deja's like, "Oh my God, you're a fan." No. Pump the brakes. Not a fan. Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out. Then Deja goes into how it was such a blessing, how she got the house, the place, and she gave him the money and everything, background check and everything. She's like, "Who?" And then she stops herself and she's like, wait, why am I engaging so much? Like, who are you? And then, she's like, "Oh, you're the girlfriend. Oh, you're so cute." And why, okay, does Deja call Zach Z Money? And then she was like, she was like, "Wait, what? Y'all got nicknames?" And she was like, No. I call everybody have nicknames. Sugar Plum. Girl, pump the brakes with these nicknames. And it's just this moment. Deja's doing a little too much, not knowing who this chick is coming into this house, right? And I must say, okay, giving Zach the name, right? A little sidebar. Giving Zach the name Z Money, Z as in Zeddy. I think that's how you Zeddy, Anywho, giving him the name Z Money, to me, I feel like in her mind, in her head, she's like looking at him as a Deja daddy. So I'm sure she's not thinking about, "Oh, I'm going to pay this man." I'm sure in her mind, she's trying to figure out how to sleep with him. I'm sure. I'm just saying, calling him Z Money. Oh, Z Money. Not happening. And I know she don't know Fatima. But one thing I know about Fatima is that Fatima does not play about her man. Okay? She do not play. And Deja gonna find out. Trust me, Deja gonna find out. And then, of course, she's in front of the house. So she goes, knocks on the door. Now, mind you, I believe she has a key. But this is, to me, I feel like it's showing Zach what time it is, okay? So she knocks on the door. He opens it. And child, why his brother's still there, okay? His brother, is walking down the stairs, looking upstairs. Remember how he was, seeming like a creep to me last episode. And he's, I guess Zach is like, "Okay, you gotta go, whatever." He's like, "I gotta go?" "Yeah, you gotta go because I want to talk to my lady." He's talking about, "Can I borrow the car, or can I take a spin in the car?" And going in and how damn she fine. Like, first of all, let's not be disrespectful, okay? Let's not be disrespectful, because at the end of the day, that's my lady, okay? And we made that very clear. I don't know what time of day you on, because his brother to me seems a little shady McGrady, okay? But he need to follow suit. Follow the program, okay? That's what I know for sure. So the brother leaves, and Zach and Fatima both agree that they need to talk. He then, of course, says that, go first, okay? So she's like, "You need to get rid of the girl, because this is a problem, and I know her type." And I agree. I know her type, okay? But he then says how he really can't, because remember what Valerie stated, that it could be a lawsuit, and it can be, she can sue him for discrimination. And then, they kind of was like, whatever. And Zach was like, "At the end of the day, we're both wrong. We both were wrong. But I just wish that you would have told me because that he was sick, or the issue with Ian, because I would have at least understood." And they just kind of agreed, like, let's just kind of move on, And, he told her, like, "You're not leaving. Like, you're not leaving. We gonna work this out, and we're not leaving." And Fatima asked him how long was her lease, because of course, obviously he can't get out, and he was like 6 months. So she was like, all right, it'll be a test. It'll be a test. Because I know her type. And as soon as she can't pay rent, she's going to try to sleep for it. And I told you. Remember I told you when she was, remember the Z money thing? She gives that vibe, that vibe. Not saying that all strippers and all people are like that, but she just gives that vibe that she's just a little too thirsty, okay? The bitch needs some water, like a whole gallon of water, okay? She just too thirsty for her own good, okay? Just saying. And in the next scene, it shows Zach, Nate, and Tony boxing. Nate and Tony are boxing. They're in a boxing ring. And Tony is outside. But, you know, they're kind of beating each other up, whatever. And Nate is seeming like a hater, like straight up, just a hater. Because after they stop boxing, they're talking. They're talking back and forth about how he feels like now he came up and he's giving advice to Zach that he shouldn't try to, you know, be locked down with her. To me, I'm like, he definitely seems like a hater, but what I feel like Nate is really doing is he's kind of one of those kind of people where it's like, I've already seemed like I'm stuck in a situation. I have a wife, a nagging wife, let him tell it, a nagging wife and kids. And I really don't want none of that. I really just want to play the field and be like a hoe in these streets, kind of, sort of, right? So he's like advising to Zach to not do that. Like, don't be tied down like I am. You know, I think he's like that kind of friend that's like, lead by example. And I'm not happy, but doesn't mean that because he's not happy that Zach can't be happy. And that's my problem with his friends. Because, you know, I be so ready to throw them in the trash. Like, can we throw them in garbage disposal and just flush them? Like, turn that motherfucker on and, you know how I go. You know what I'm saying? Like, put them down the garbage disposal and get rid of them. Because I'm done. Done with them, okay? But it is what it is. For some reason, Zach still likes them, right? And, you know, he steps away for a minute and he calls Fatima. Because he's like, I want to take you on a date. I want to take you on a date and we're going to talk over dinner. Period. So he comes back and, you know, thank God. And this, you know, there's glimpses of times when I'm agreeing with his friends. So his friend Tony was like telling Nate, allow him to grow. Like, we're adults now. We don't have to worry and handle things like we did when we were younger. Because, you know, they've been together friends for a long time. And he's like, allow him to be happy and allow him to grow. And if this is the path that he's on, be there with him. So this is the only time I'm like, okay, Tony, I got you. I'm here with you, okay? I'm here with you. It's to the scene of Angela and Fatima at the table, because I believe they work in the same building. And they're at the lunch area. And she's telling her how Deja's moving in. And that's all she really said, right? And then Angela, when I tell you she jumped the gun, like she really did. She jumped the gun. She's like, see, I told you. You didn't even been out for a minute and he already moving somebody in. Like, I told you he ain't nothing. So that's why I told you. Angela is on the fence when it comes to her friendship with her. Like, she kind of like, you know, like, she playing both sides because she kind of, in that moment, I feel like she's siding with Belinda instead of, you know, being her friend and just hearing out. She really just jumped the gun. Like, girl. Then Fatima was like, chill, honey. Deja's moving next door. Not in with Zach, child. Chill. Take a chill pill. But see, the thing is this, right? Okay? I got to give you the church hands, honey. That's why sometimes I feel like you have to choose on which friend you know can be there and listen and give you sound advice, but not be biased. And then you know friends that just be like, they just be want to throw and force feed their opinion. Like, that nigga ain't shit. Like, sometimes people aren't shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people just have moments where they just do some fucked up shit. And right now, Zach he making some bad decisions, okay? He's just doing some crazy crap right now. But you have to sit back and look at it, because he's not the same Zach that he had with Karen. He's trying to be a better person, but sometimes his feelings steps in the way, okay? That's all it is. His feelings steps in the way. And like I told you guys, I don't know if it was it wasn't last episode, but a couple episodes before, guys are dangerous when they in their feelings. They really are. because it's like they don't know what to, they're not thinking clearly. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say. They're not thinking clearly. So they in their feelings about shit. And child, it pans to Zach coming over to the office to Bryce. There, he was a little thrown off the fact that he didn't call. But they got kind of like, oh, I was in the area, you at work, right? Then he goes and talks about, did Valerie send you the property? And they want to go ahead and discuss the property. So at the time, Bryce is at a laptop. So he's going over there and he's like, come over here and watch. Now, if this is me, right? This is Bryce. Zach comes and stands behind him with his hand like this on his shoulder, but the opposite way, like this, right? Leaning all over him, right? And you already know from last episode, Bryce is a little, I don't know. He look a little scared, a little uncertain. So, can I talk to you about something? Like, Zach, can I talk to you? And he's like, well, maybe not talk to you, but let me ask you a question. Then it's like Zach's getting a little nervous. So Zach's like, what you need to talk about, bro? Then he proceeds and asks if he's bisexual. He's like, no, I'm not bisexual. And he was like, well, and then Bryce being Bryce, he's getting all shaky in the voice with everything from this point on. Very shaky in the voice, very like weird and awkward, right? So Bryce is saying like, well, yesterday you said that he wishes that you can marry me. He was like, but I told you that I wish that I had your brain in Fatima's body. So he was like, oh, okay. But then he was like, but then you're very touchy-feely, like with me, like very touchy-feely, which, I showed you that he was touching. He's like, that's just the person I am. Like I hug, everybody, and I'm very touchy-feely. Like that's just the person I am. But I love me some, boobs and vajayjay, But Zach, he kept on emphasizing Zach love boobs and vajayjay. So let's make this very clear, okay? And Bryce is like super embarrassed, like, oh my God, like, but we have an understanding. Child, it then goes to the next scene. And I don't understand for the life of me why. Why is Deja on the front lawn sunbathing with loud music? That's what a backyard is for, boo-boo. And I know you have one because Zach has a nice, because, I've told you guys, he has a nice backyard, okay? So I don't understand why you're not sunbathing in your backyard, but because you are who you are, of course you're going to sunbathe in the front yard, honey. So, child, when I tell you, Zach is like walking around like this on the wall to try to avoid her so she can't see because there's bushes or something, that's kind of blocking the two homes. Child, she sees him and she's like, oh, hey. I can't. And Deja was like, do you want to see how I decorated everything? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. Then he's trying to leave and she's like, oh, wait, something's wrong. Like, he's like, what? Something's wrong with the sink. And he's like, okay, well, I'll get, a plumber out there. And Zach is like, what's wrong with the sink? And she's like, it's very leaky. And she does that. Child, listen. Then he's like, okay, I'll get somebody to come in and fix the pipe. And she's like, yeah, I need somebody to lay the pipe. I told you, Fatima was right. Why are you talking about laying the pipe, child? Ain't nobody talking about laying no pipe. Okay? And then she's like, well, I'm a cool chick and I won't tell. I'm very freaky. Listen. Go back inside, okay? Go back inside. And I think that's what Zach told her. Like, I don't know why you're outside with your little booty shorts looking like Miss Parker, okay? But I need you because there's kids outside. They're, jump roping and riding a bike. You're not dressed in no appropriate attire. So go back inside and change your clothes and turn the music down because this is a nice neighborhood, okay? Then it pans to Fatima and Zach at the restaurant. And they're basically saying how they need to communicate better. And they were, I think Fatima asked, like, what did his friends say about her? And then he flipped the question and asked her. They're basically talking about what the friend said. And Fatima was like, if this is a perfect time now to get out, basically, if you don't want to be in this relationship. And he's like, no, it's not that I don't want to be in a relationship. We just need to figure some shit out. You know, I love you and I don't want nobody else. You're it. Like, that's what he's saying. The whole time she's texting and he's like, who are you texting? She's steadily texting. And child, why did Ian come to the table? Like, why? Like, why? He comes to the table while they're at dinner talking and discussing their relationship because they're trying to make things work. So why? And right now, first of all, okay, this is some one-sided shit, period. Because if Fatima was at the other end of this and Zach brought Karen or somebody that he was dealing with, she would have shot and killed him in that restaurant, period. Because that's the type of person that it seems like Fatima is. So I don't understand why in her right mind that she thinks it's okay to invite her ex to dinner. And do you know what she said? When he sat down, she said, Zach just told me that I'm the right woman, but the wrong time. Now, mind you, I just told you that he told her that she was perfect and he didn't want nobody else but her. So I don't know where she's getting this from. So she then allows Ian to proceed to talk. And he's like, man, like, I basically said the same thing. And she is a good, amazing woman. And I would, give you a run for your money if I could. But Fatima basically is not dealing with me. So when the window's closed, it's closed. And he's going in on how he really still loves her. But at the end of the day, she loves him. But he's going in about how much he still wants her. Child, Zach was like, bro, you got 2 seconds to get up out of this conversation because I don't know why you here. He was so heated as he drinks his whole drink, and I would have too, child. Like, child, I was so mad. And then Ian leaves. And basically, Fatima's like, so now, when I'm in wholeheartedly. But when I'm out, there's no turning back. I'm not taking you back. So you need to make a decision right now what you want. And he then was like, I want you. Like, I don't have to question that. Like, I don't have to, it's not even a second thought. I want you. He gets up, okay, and starts proceeding to put on his jacket. And she gets up because she's mad. She's like, if you're going to leave, then I'm going to leave too. And as she's standing up, child, when I tell you, Zach gets on one knee and proposes. Girl, I could have jumped through the screen. Because listen, when I was looking at Sisters, I kind of had a feeling, right? Sisters came on Wednesday, and I had a feeling like he was about to propose when he was, and I'll tune it here, when he was about to, he was in the parking lot of where they met. And I felt like that was the moment he was going to propose. And child, when he proposed here, my heart dropped. I almost wanted to cry. I felt like it was somebody I really knew myself that was getting proposed to. Cause girl, like what it is really is that you be feeling like you really engage with these people and you really feel like these people are real. Like these characters are real. So I'm just like, I really was so happy for Fatima. I was like, yes, we having a wedding. Next episode is going to be so juicy. It's going to be so juicy. And it's called Wicked. So I'm like, I don't know what all is going to be in that episode, but I know for sure it's going to start at the proposal, okay? And her reaction, because she was just like she was just shocked because, mind you, they had a rough night. And she almost was making a decision or about to make a decision to leave and move out. And now she got proposed to. And now she's engaged. So a lot of things are off limits. Her dealing with the Deja situation, she's an engaged woman now. So it's going to be handled differently. A lot of things will be handled differently because she's engaged now, okay? And about to be somebody's wife. Whew. Child, that episode, that got me. I ain't gonna lie. So let's get into these tweets. Patrice99. Zach proposed to Fatima. Such a beautiful moment. I love them so much. Can't wait till next week. Okay, y'all, I can't either, girl. We gonna get into it. Next one, Brittany Michelle. How Karen gonna act when she see Fatima ring? You gotta look at the picture, girl. It was funny. I was like, girl, she gonna be dumbfounded, okay? She gonna be like girl, Karen gonna be mad. Next one is from Virgo Kisses. Zach brother give me crackhead weirdo vibes. Like, the fuck? Carry your ass on. Him and the mama money hungry. That's for sure, okay? I don't know if it's him or the mama or both, okay? But they both money hungry, and his brother weird, okay? Weird. Next one's from Tracy. Girl, you my girl, Fatima. Like, Fatima, you my girl. But you need to stop jumping the gun. Trying to do too much and being overly aggressive with Zach. I mean, I don't know. I agree. She is. Like, she really is. But I'm like, she's a woman that's like, you know, down for her man. And I get it and I don't. She in her feelings, but now she engaged, so I don't know, like, if that's going to get worse or better. I don't know. We going to see. And the last one's from Lala with the Deja saying, I'm cool. I ain't going to tell. Sis just don't know. But team about that life. Better chill before your car start looking like Hayden's. Y'all remember how Hayden's car was? Child. For real. Now, love bugs. This was a juicy episode. It was definitely a roller coaster because it had its ups and downs, and it ended on an up with the proposal. Okay. The next episode's gonna be juicy because I can't wait to see what's going on, how her reaction is. But as always, love bugs, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everyone that has subscribed to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying these. I love you guys dearly, and always choose yourself. Always.